Right, I know some of the students, like last week also, even before that, so some of the students absent. The reason was power cut. So when a student doing ICT telling that we have a power cut, it is something surprising, right? So power cuts are usual. That is there in the, you can see there will be a lot of power cuts in future also. But the thing is, as a student who are doing ICT, a practical ICT, who are participating in practical ICT class should not tell that reason. So that is my point. Why? If you are doing ICT, you should be able to convert the solar light or sunlight to power easily. So you can have your own backup plan, or you can have your off-grid, on-grid system. So better off-grid, because your classes are going on evening. So you can have your own off-grid system easily. You can create that easily. So if you need to know how to create an off-grid system, I can do a lesson. Right? I can do a lesson on that. So if you want to know how to create an off-grid system, because as a student who are doing ICT, don't tell that excuse. Because if other students are telling this is acceptable, because I can assume that they don't know about ICT. But as you guys, as an ICT student, if you are telling that, so that is something serious, right? That means you are not learning this practically. Therefore, please be ready. Whatever the country rulers are doing, you should find a way to get the minimum affection of that. Because let's see, the rulers are crazy. If you also go crazy, so that is again pathetic, no? Even the rulers are crazy, we need to stay healthy. We need to stay and we need to do our tasks, because that should not prevent you connecting from the global village or the globe, basically the international. So there are some students, I can name them. There are some students who are in grade 9, grade 10. So I know personally. So they are working for foreign countries even. Yeah, signals turn into 2G. That happens in some regions. But again, there are ways of handling that. Right? There are ways of boosting that. There are ways of handling that. So you can disable your graphics and learn as audio means. You can minimize the bandwidth. Still, there are ways, Nadun, right? So there are a lot of things. Yes, there are a lot of troubles. I know that. But we must handle this, because not in the every network, right? The signal issue will not come in the every network. When some networks go into 2G, some networks will be in 3G. So 3G is enough. No need to have 4G. 3G is enough to connect, right? We can't use the usual way. The usual විදියට but still there are methods. Okay, but the last day we learned about repetition. So if you can remember, I have given you a small exercise in repetition. I asked you to draw symmetric shapes. Have you done that? Or did I give this or not?
But I didn't do that star one.
Oh, you did. Okay. Anyone else who can do that? Who did that?
So I did all, but I didn't do star.
Not this one. Okay, let's study. Let's go back and let's learn this, because some were absent even. So for them also we need to do something fair. So therefore I'll remind you the things. Okay, we learn about our lesson number. So what is the number, right? We learn about the programming, and this is your book. Let me open. And in case if you miss any lessons, please let me know. But there might be some students who miss the initial lessons. Please drop me a message, send me a message saying that you missed the previous lessons. Then I can do a special class, or maybe I can arrange an individual lesson to cover the things that you missed. Actually speaking, we have already covered this lesson, which is specifications, the first lesson. We have covered that. And then we have covered the electronic spreadsheet lesson. So if you missed that lesson, please let me know. Then I can cover that by doing some special class or individual class. So what you have to do is you have to send me or drop me a message. That's all. Then I'll cover that. Now we are in the third lesson, which is programming. Under programming, we have learned some concepts. So under programming, we have learned some concept. the concept number 1 was sequence, where in the sequence the instructions are repeated, or instructions are basically instructions are executed in a sequential order. Instructions are executed in a sequential order, or basically in an order. So let's see how you came from grade 1 to grade 9. You passed grade 1 and came to grade 2. Then you passed grade 2 and came to grade 3. Likewise, you came one by one, one instruction at a time, one at a time. But this is in particular order. That is called sequence. Then we learn about selection. In selection, it's like a junction. When you come to a junction, you have to take a decision whether to turn right or whether to turn left. So let's say it's a two-way junction. When you come to this two-way junction, you have to decide, am I going to turn left or to right? So that you need to decide. So that is basically a decision. We call that selection. That is the second control structure that we learn. Actually, the first control structure sequence we learned in our previous grade, which is grade 8. That is where we learn about the first control structure, that is sequence. The selection, the second control structure, we have learned in grade 8 as well as grade 9. So this is the second control structure, simple selection. So example given is tossing the coin. When you toss the coin, so there will be two sides. So there are two alternatives. Simple, this is like a two-way junction. When you come to junction, you have to decide whether to turn right or left. So if you turn right, one direction. If you turn left, another direction. But only one option. You can't turn right and left both same time. No. So the coin will not show head and tail both at the same time. So either head or tail. Not head and tail both. Either head or either tail. It's not showing head and tail both. So here, if head, then you can show head. If not, you can show tail. So only two alternatives. So this is selection. So we learn about the multiple alternatives. Actually, this we have learned using the last day exercise, which is showing a grade. So you like input 3 marks of student, then you calculated the total and the average. If average is greater than 75, then you display. If average greater than or equal to 75, you display grade as A. Then if average greater than or equal to 75 is 60, if average greater than or equal to 60, you displayed as grade B. Then if average is greater than or equal to, the next is what? Greater than or equal to 50, then C. If average greater than or equal to 40, then S. If it is greater than or equal to 40, then S. If it is less than 40, then fail. So likewise, we learn about the particular part. We learn about selection in a that is called nested selection, one inside another. You can see if value is 1, then something, value is 2, something, 3, something like that. This is nested. So one inside another. We learn about that last day, right? Then actually this time we are going to learn about the repetition, where you are going to repeat the same thing again and again. So see the flow chart. So begin, number equal 1. If the number is 5 or less than 5. If it is 5 or less than 5, then show the number. Add 1 to the number. So number is initially 1. 1 less than 5. Show 1, add 1. Now it is 2. 2 is, you are again checking here. Repetition means you go back and check the condition again. Repetition can. Same thing you are doing again and again until a certain condition. So what you do? You show the number 1, add number, that is number 2 now, and going back and checking it again. So you can see this is a circle. This is a circle. So that is called repetition. In this circle, second time 2 is less than 5. show 2, add 1. Now 3, 3 is less than 5, show 3, add 1. Now 4, 4 is less than 5, show 4, add 1. Now 5, 5 is not less than 5, but it is 5. So again, show number, add 1. Now 6, 6 is not 5 and also not less than 5. So you go to no and end. So when the number becomes 6, you have to end. So it is displaying 1 to 5. So let's practice this now using some exercise as we suggested last day. Right. Okay. So another thing here, you can see this is another exercise which is mentioned. So there is a tank. The tank is empty. So you started filling the tank by operating the water pump. When the tank is not full, if the tank is full, yes, then stop. Otherwise, you go back and initiate the water flow. Check it again. If it is full, stop. Otherwise, you check. So this is repeatedly done until you fill the tank. So this is another one. So call in attendance. It's called attendance mark. Think about that, how it is happening. First, you call the name. If the student is present, you mark it. If student is absent, again you mark it. If there are another student, you call the name. Call the name and proceed. If the next student present, you mark it. Second student, so third student, fourth student, until you finish the number of all the students. Until you finish marking all the students, you do the same task, repetition again. We learn about that. Okay, that is also repetition. But remember that this is not repetition, because if student is present, see, no, you go down and come here, but no way to go up. You can't go up. Here also you come down, mark present, and you no way to go here. This is not rotation. This is selection. But if you consider this one, it is repetition, because you can come down, go here, come back. It's a loop. So this part is a loop, but this part is just selection. This part is a repetition. So you need to identify these things properly. Okay, let's learn about that further by doing some practicals. So I think you can start stretch now. And again, there are 3 ways of repeating. One is repeating forever, endlessly repeat. You do something forever. So like, let's say until you die, you wake up, you do your work and sleep. Wake up, do your work, sleep. Until you die, you have to do that. That is endless until you die. So that is similar to this one. Maybe, okay, until you die, just forget about until you die. So let's think about the world is rotating. The world is rotating, right? So that is happening endlessly. Every day the world is rotating. That is endlessly happening. Okay, this one you can say until you die. Until you die, you have to wake up, start working, then sleep. Start, wake up until some condition. This has an end, but up to some day, maybe 100 times, 100 years. So then, so that is, sorry, the first thing, the rotation of Earth, you can tell it is forever. The second thing, until you die, that is third one, right? Repeat until some task. Repeat until you die. Right, repeat limit. Okay, go in school. That has a limit. You are in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Until you go, or when you go to grade 13, it is over. After that, no grade 14, grade 15, after grade 13, it is over. 13 times you have to go. 13 years, you have to go to the school. That has a limit. So forever is no limit. Forever has no limit. Until you die has a limit, but we don't know when is the end. But until certain condition. Forever is forever, every day. But repeat until it has an end, but we don't know when is the end. Until you die, you have to do that. So that is forever. Repeat, we know the exact limit. So these are the 3 kind of repetitions available. So some are having limits, some are not having limits. So if there is a limit, you can stop the repetition after some time. If there are no limits, you have to continue to do that. Okay, let's see how to do this. Okay, under that, please write small thing. Under repetition, please write small thing. In flow charts, this is presented using, in flow charts, this is presented using arrows forming a circle. It indicates a cycle or loop. CL, a cycle or loop. If there are no cycles or no loops, it can be a selection only. It can be a selection only. In selection, alternative paths are there, but those paths will not create a cycle. Will not create a cycle. So that is about repetition. So please write down that text in your note. Please indicate when you finish writing, because then we can go to the practical lesson. Once you're done, please indicate that. Once you finish writing, please indicate that, then we can go to the lesson, practical lesson. Okay, so those who are new to the class, please send me a message saying that you need to cover the stuff. Then I can
Done, sir.
okay, Pute, finish.
Finish, sir.
Finish. Okay.
Right. So then let's move to the practical. Please start stretch. You can load this stretch.mit.edu. I'll give you the link. You can also start the stretch application. Then please use start creating this button, start creating. So what I asked you, I have asked you to create a symmetric shape. So first of all, I would like to remove the cat from this stage. Here you can see the cat. How to remove cat from the stage?
Press
The delete button is
the
below.
delete button.
Yes, you can see the delete button here, right? So let me highlight. Yes, that is the one. So this delete button. You have to press this delete button and that will delete the cat. Okay, how can I insert a new sprite after deleting the cat? Yes, it is here. So you can see it is here. Add in a new sprite. I can click on this, then choose a sprite. So I would like to select pencil or pen, pencil, yes, pencil, this one. I'll select pencil. I want to make pencil smaller. So first I have deleted this. Islaman delete karati plus try me cat work. Pencil like that. Then I need to make this smaller. So I'm going to make the size 20%. Size is 20, right? When I enter 20, you can see. So it is small now. Considerably, the pencil is small. If I need to draw in the screen, I need to add an extension. How can I add an extension? Don't worry, those who don't know, just observe this and you can learn.
From the left bottom.
Yes, from the left bottom corner. Let me draw an arrow and show this. You can see this. So this is add extension. Left bottom corner. One පැත්තේ පල්ලෙහා. එතන තියෙනවා right? You can click on that. Here, please click on that. Then select pen. Pen. That is for the drawing. Second one, right? Not music. The second one is pen. So that will add a new set of elements. Pen, and there are set of elements. Okay, now we are done. So please do up to this, and if you have questions, please let me know. So if you have questions, please let me know. Do up to this. Now we have done our basic setup. The pencil is there, and also you can see this pen, this menu, and then we have to start creating. I would like to recommend, please go to events, the yellow color one. When key 1 is pressed, you can select one from the set of keys, right? But please select one from the set of keys. When you press 1 in the keyboard, when you press 1 in the keyboard, so what should happen? So in the control, you can see all 3 types of loops. Repeat 10 times. If you want limited repeats, use this. Forever, always. If you want to repeat until some condition, do this. Okay, let's use forever. Forever, always. Then go to motion, and I'm selecting go to random position. Forever, from motion, go to random position. But when you go to random position, what you have to do? Erase all and pen down. Erase all and pen down. Erase all means that is to erase everything. Pen down, that is to start drawing. Erase all again, pen down again, draw in the patanga. Erase all, pen down, go to random position, go to random position for the motion. So see the color. Color go to random position. Let me start by pressing 1, and you can see it's drawing arbitrary lines here and there, and that will fill the screen. It is random. So it is random. You can't expect where it goes, but ultimately it will create a mesh. This is the simplest way of creating arbitrary mesh. Okay, let me stop by pressing the stop button. Because you don't have a limit, forever, it's repeating forever. So let me replace now. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to copy this. Right click and duplicate. Yeah. Right click, duplicate. And I'm going to get a duplicate now. Select key number 2. Key number 2, actually, I'm going to use another control. I'm going to use repeat. Repeat 10 times maybe. Or repeat, let's say 20 times. I need only 20 times. So what should I do? Go to a random position. But this time I'm going to change the color as well. Each time you change the position, change the color by 10. So this will happen 20 times. When I press key number 2, you can see it's 20 lines. Key number 2, 20 lines with 20 different colors. 20 lines with 20 different colors. That is a limited thing. Let me copy it again, duplicate. This time I'm going to select number 3. Number 3 as the key. When I press key 3, I need to do the third loop, that is repeat until. Let me remove that. Repeat until. I'm going to repeat until I press the space key. Repeat until key space pressed. When I put the space key, this will stop. Then go to random question and change the color. I'll keep that code as it is, and I'll remove this one, delete this one. So then when I press number 3, it's repeating. When I press space, it will stop. When I press 3, it will start drawing. When I press space, it will stop. So I think you can understand these loops clearly now. The first one is endlessly repeating. Number 1. ඒක ඉවරයක් නැතුව repeat කරනවා. එකම පාටින් යන්නේ. ඕනනම් පාට මාරු කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. මේ change color by 10 කියන එක දාන්න. 10 දාන්න ඕනෙත් නෑ. ඕන color එකක් දාන්න. Change color by 1 දාන්න. ඒතර පළවෙනි එක when I press number 1, you can see it's changing the color and start repeating. Start drawing the mesh. Different colors will be added. It is basically a mixture of colors. You can see it's mixture of colors. Key number 2, only repeating 20 times. Key number 2. Let me stop, right? Let me stop. Key number 2, only 20 times. 20 times. 20 times. You have to stop and apply, right? Key number 3, let me stop. Key number 3. It will start drawing. When I press the space, it will stop. Key number 3 again. Digata man denawa space gewama nawathina. When I press space, it will stop. Okay, practice these 3 now. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please do this. Let me know if you are getting any errors. Practice this, do this. Let me know if you are getting any errors. And those who have done that, try to do the exercise that I have given. I have given exercise to draw symmetric shapes. Triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, then octagon. So likewise, I asked you to draw symmetric shapes. Samamithika shapes andinna thamma mama dumme. Triangle eken trikoonen patan gena square eken gihilla panchashtra, ashtashtra, saptashtra, shadashtra okkoma. Try ekak denna balanna. So those who have done that, you can try. Others, you can try this. Those who have not done, you can try this. Please do that. I'll give you 5 minutes.
So until what shape should we draw?
Sorry, Pute, can you repeat the question?
Until what shape should we draw?
So maybe 10 sides maximum.
Okay, sir.
Right. So I asked you to create symmetric shapes. I asked you to create symmetric shapes. Means triangle. So then the next is right after the triangle. I said that you can create square. Yes.
Should all of those shapes made by one?
No. You can just assign numbers 1, 2, 3 like so. So now you can use the same method. Right. So let's see how can we do that. And I'm going to give the answer now. But it is better if you have created this. But no one reported that you have done. So let me show.
So I have done.
Okay, can you show it? You can share the screen and show it if you are done. Okay, good. Very good. Anyone else? Anyone else wish to show? Okay, time out. Let's go back. Very good. Okay, then let's do that. Erase all, and I'm going to remove this, and okay, I can remove everything, I think. Okay, then erase all, pen down. I'm going to set the pen size to 3, which is a notable size. So then control, first of all, triangle. Let's use a triangle. And the motion, when I start, I would like to put this pointing direction 90. This will help keeping the space, like keeping it straight, because you know the 90 is this way, right? From center to, so it is actually directing from left to right. So, but if it is 180, it's going from top to bottom. So then right to left is minus 90, 0 is bottom to top. So I need to actually draw, I need to draw from left to right. So that is 90. Repeat 3 times will give you the triangle. So for triangle, I'm going to move, let's say 100 steps and turn. So in the triangle, you know the 60 degrees. If it is symmetric, 60 degrees. But if I try this, you can see. So let me get the pencil down. If I try this, you can see it's 60 degrees is basically turning. And it's trying to create something like a hexagon. So the reason is, when I ask to turn 60 degrees, this will be measured as 60, the external angle. And the internal angle will be 120. But that is not what we know it. We need the opposite. We need the external angle to be 120 and internal angle to be 60. Therefore, we can alter this by putting 120. External angle is 120. Turn left 120 degrees. So let me put the pen down here. And I can place the pen, right? I can place the pen in the center by doing, to do that, I can go to pointing direction 90 here. That is how I should start. And also I can do something, I can set X and Y to 0 to start from the center, X0, Y0. Then that will start from this 0, 0 center. So let's do that now. When press 1, you can see it's a triangle, right? Now it is clear, 60 and 120. It's always a triangle. So let me copy. I need a rectangle, same values, but repeat 4 times and the angle will be 90. So let me press number 2 now. Number 2. Number 1, triangle, number 2, rectangle. If I need a pentagon, let's take a duplicate again. Let's put number 3 here. Pentagon 5 sides, and the degree will be, so there's a calculation, you can understand this. The calculation is basically, here also you can see, when it is triangle, it is 360 divided by 3. That is how the 120 comes. 360 divided by 3. When it is square, it is 360 divided by 4 because you have 4 sides. When it is pentagon, it should be, sorry, it should be 360 divided by 5. This pentagon. So let's put 3 and this is pentagon. When it is hexagon, so let's put 4. Hexagon is 6 sides and you can see 360 divided by 6. That is number 4, hexagon. When it is octagon or some other number of, you can just put, let's say 8 for octagon and you can divide by 8 and this is now 5 now. Then press 5, it's octagon. So why this shape is coming? Because it is touching the border. You have to start from somewhere here. That is, I would like, what is that? Minus 85, minus 90. Minus 85, minus 90. So let's start from that position. Otherwise, it will hit the border. When you hit the border, the shape will be distorted. So let's press 5 now. Now you can see it's clearly 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you move to 5, first of all, you have to clear it, right? When you move to that position, you have to move initially, erase all, then move, right? Consider the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, erase all, and the position is this. So let's go there and erase. Then what? After drawing that also, you have to erase all, right? I think that erase all should come here also. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but then it will disappear. All right, now it happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it happens. Another erase all should come here also. Before moving to 0, 0 position. Now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Erase all, pen down, and erase all again. Yes, now it's clear. Right. So these are the basic shapes. I'll give you a small exercise, but before that, so please copy this down. I'll add this to the note, but the thing is, you have to try this along. I'll give you 2 minutes to try. After that, 2 minutes to try, right? Don't take more than that. I'll give you 2 minutes to try. After that, I'll move to the next homework for today. So please do this now.
Done, sir.
So let's do the today's experiment. So what you have to do is, now you know how to draw a symmetric shape. We have created shapes. We studied how to create 3 kind of loops. So now we have to create some innovative thing using this. So I would like to select this one. Okay, I would like to select the triangle. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create 36 triangles. 36, right? So to do that, I'm going to use a loop from control, repeat 36 times. Each time after creating the triangle, okay, now I'm going to do this 36 times. Repeat 36 times, this triangle is created. Then after drawing the triangle, I'm going to turn 10 degrees. Right? 36 times I'm going to draw triangles. You can see after drawing this, right? After drawing this, I'm going to turn 10 degrees. 10 into 36 is 360. So that means full circle. So it's going to draw triangles, a full circle. When I press 1, you can see that. Okay, you can try with different values. Maybe you can change the color to make it interesting. So let's change the pen color. Each time when you draw, let's change the pen color by 10. Repeat. This is what you get. Or change the pen color by 1, very small amount. 1, only 1. Press 1. And this is it. So maybe you need to change by 3. Yes. That will give the full color span. Right? Just try it. Try the same. So let's use the same for the square now. What you have to do? Control. Repeat 36 times. 36 times. adding to this. So what you need to do, you need to turn right or left, that doesn't matter. After each, you need to turn 10 degrees. So this can even be 72, right? 72 means 2 times. 72, then the 5 degrees, because 72 into 5 is 72 into 5 is also 360. Or let's change the color as well. Let's change the color by 1. Color by 1. Okay, let's put number 2. You can see this kind of shape in number 2. This is what generated when pressing the number 2. Let's change the color by 2. That's number 2 again. Okay, now it's showing, yes. I think it's showing this. Right, you can do a lot of innovations, right? It's totally up to you. You can do the innovations. Let's do this for octagon, or this is hexagon, right? Or this is octagon. Let's do this for octagon. You can do these experiments with it. Do this experiment, and so next day, try to do all the shapes in one screen, right? All the shapes in one screen means, so you can draw triangle shaped here, triangle base anime or triangle based graphic here, square based graphic here, and octagon based graphics here, hexagon based graphic here, pentagon based graphic here. So try to draw all the graphics in the single screen without erasing. Can okkoma trikona වලින් හැදෙන ඒවා round වලින් හැදෙන හැම එකම try කරන්න එකම screen එකේ කරන්න. Right? To do that, actually, you have to change the size and positions. Let me do a small thing and show you. For an example, if you are trying for octagon, so let's repeat 36 or 72 times. 72 times, and this is, I'm going to apply this for octagon. And then after each round, so what you have to do is you have to turn 5 degrees. Turn 5 degrees. Let's make this pen size thin. I'm going to make 2 as the pen size. And let's change the color as well. Pen color by 1 is enough. And I'm going to change the octagon size. Octagon size එකත් මම දානවා එක පැත්තක් 40ක් විතර 40 steps. So let's press number 5 now. This will be distorted. අරකේ වදිනවා කියන්නේ board එකේ පිටේ distort වෙනවා. You can see it will be distorted. When it is hitting the border, it will be distorted. You should try not to hit the border. Let's start 0, 0 position, because otherwise it's hitting the border. Let's start from 0, 0. Press 5. Now it's not hitting. Okay, try to create your own designs everywhere in the screen using these shapes. Don't erase when you press number 4 or number 2. Don't erase the custom, the shape here. Without erasing that, try to create another shape. Okay. So that I'll keep you, actually, I would like you to do in next week. Please come with better results, nice designs by next day. Then I'll stop for today. So I'm not going to give any note, because I hope you can try this and learn by yourself. I'll add that to the next day tune for your convenient. Right, let me stop, then good night. See you all next week.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.